I want to talk to you about a very troubling satanic truth in the New Testament. And this goes back to what the psalmist says about the nations. Psalm 96, that all the gods of the nations are demons. So in the temptation of Christ, in Luke 4, we read that the devil led Jesus up to a high place and showed him in an instant all the kingdoms of the world, that is, the governments, the nations. And the devil said to Jesus, I will give you all their authority and splendor, for it has been given to me, and I can give it to anyone I want to. If you worship me, it will all be yours. Now we know that throughout the New Testament, Satan is called the world ruler or the prince of the powers of the air. So I believe that this is a satanic truth, that the devil, although he's a liar from the beginning, as Jesus himself attests to, also uses some truth to deceive people. And that's true, obviously, among so-called Christians today, where some movements, self-styled Christian movements, are teaching things that are obviously, to most people, contrary to not just common sense, but obviously scripture. Now, this idea that Satan is the power behind all the authorities, all the governments of the present evil age, as Paul calls it, goes back to the Old Testament. So here's a commentary on the Old Testament by Unger. The supernatural powers of evil behind the Persian gods and idols were demons, the dynamic of idolatry and active agents in the government of the satanic world system, of which the nations are a part. And again, a dictionary of deities and demons in the Bible. As the gods of the nations were demonized, so demons are said to be idols in Hebrew. The Greek translation of Isaiah 65 renders the word demon for the Hebrew name of the pagan god of fortune, where the Israelites are said to have been preparing a table for the demon. This conception of table fellowship with pagan gods who are in reality demons carries over into the New Testament, 1 Corinthians 10. That which the Gentiles sacrifice, they sacrifice to demons. Paul sets in opposition the table of the Lord and the table of demons. This is a prominent theme throughout the Old Testament, and this is why the story is about God choosing a people for himself. He takes them out of all the nations of this world because they're all in a way demonized. All the governments behind all the nations are in the power of this satanic figure and his demons. So we know from 1 John 5:19 that the whole world is lying in the power of the wicked one. And John in Revelation says that the one called devil and Satan is currently misleading the entire inhabited earth.